Hello, and welcome to the Mobile User Acquisition Show, a podcast to help you unlock tremendous growth for your app. My name is Shamant Rao. I'm the CEO of the boutique growth marketing firm RocketShip HQ and host of the podcast Mobile User Acquisition Show. In each episode, we feature experts in the field of mobile growth and discuss strategies, tips, and pointers from the leading edge of mobile growth marketing. By the end of each episode, you will have gained actionable and tactical insights that will help you make more informed decisions in your own work around growth. The Mobile User Acquisition Show is produced by Meryl Vincent, Content Marketing Manager at RocketShip HQ. In a previous episode, we discussed the 10 things to keep in mind while planning a shoot for UGCs or user-generated content for mobile performance marketing ads. We dove into the details of actually producing UGC videos and the different best practices that you could follow while planning a shoot to ensure that the shoot is on point and you're not getting grainy videos, shaky footage, and all of that terrible stuff. In today's episode, we're going to talk about the content and structure that makes for a winning UGC video. So today's episode is based on our learnings from creating, analyzing, and working with thousands of UGC videos. And these insights that we share today are compiled by Aditya Prakash Iengar, who's the creative strategist at RocketShip HQ, who has worked on a number of these creators. We've seen that the 10 points that we're going to talk about will generally ensure that the content and structure of your UGC video is effective and impactful. So without further ado, here we go. Number one, sequence, right? This is without a doubt one of the most important elements of your UGC video. You could have great production values. You could have Hollywood style crews shooting, but if the sequencing of what you want to communicate isn't there, it's just not going to work. There are a couple of sequences that we've found to be winners. First is a hook, a process, and a payout. A hook is a catchy one-liner or a visual cue that provokes curiosity about the app. A process, of course, is how the app itself works. And the payout is the solution or an emotional high that a user gets. As an example, this could be for an app that combines exercise with mindfulness and meal planning. The hook could be, it's going to be painful and it's going to be fun. That could be the hook. An actor looking at the camera, speaking in a way that's somewhat intriguing. The process is going to be the actor saying, hey, I just downloaded this app. It helped me plan my workout regimen, helps me plan my meals, and the actor actually shows the app. And the payoff is finally say goodbye to that belly fat, right? So that's the structure: hook, process, payout. The second sequence is a pain point, solution, and process. So pain point is a problem that a user is facing. Solution is obvious, and the process is you show how a user goes from a pain point to a solution with the app, right? So for instance, if an app helps you with your taxes, the pain point is, don't you just hate doing your taxes? How time-consuming, how annoying, how frustrating this is. That's a pain point. Solution is, I just use the XYZ app, right? Emphasize the ease of use. And then the third step is, here's how it works. Here's exactly how easy it is. Fill out your information, do it in a few minutes, and you show how that happens. The next sequence is introduce, augment, and features, right? So introduce is you name the app, you give a high-level overview, and augment, which is elaborate on the impact and the helpfulness of the app, and then talk about the features that enable the app to do what it does. For instance, if there's an app that corrects language and grammar mistakes, the introduction would be XYZ app is a lifesaver. You introduce the app, then you augment the benefits by saying, I now don't have to worry about making mistakes on my resume or leave a typo in an important email. That's augmenting the impact of the app. Then talk about the features. The features could be, it flags errors, It suggests improvements, and it makes recommendations on the tone. All of these are features, and so you explain exactly how it happens. Obviously, these are examples of sequences that we've seen work for us. Look at your own product and see what kinds of sequences are the most intuitive. And generally also keep in mind it's helpful to give the name of the app or product with a logo or visual cue in the first 3 seconds, no matter what your sequence is. Number 2, use visual cues. This is, again, a very critical aspect because you don't want an actor just talking to a camera with just a bland background. For instance, if you have a UGC ad about a delivery service that delivers packages, so use some of these brands in your video as backgrounds or overlay and show the actor actually receiving a package. Don't just have him talk about, oh, I received this package, right? If you're advertising a food delivery service, show the actor and their family sitting around a couch, watching a TV, enjoying a burger, or sitting outdoors, eating food. So the backdrop and setting is so critical. So if you're advertising a home cleaning service, show a messy home. Obviously, this can also be intangible too. If the ad is for something that helps plan vacations or for a travel booking website, you could show shots of users looking relaxed and happy in different locations, right? So think about what kind of backdrop, what kind of visual cues make the most sense. Number 3, show app walkthroughs, show the process of how the app is used. Again, this has been a very clear learning from all of our UGC videos. Sometimes we just tested ads that show an actor talking to the camera, right? Just describing how the app works. That just doesn't work. You always want to show actors using the app, show how the app works, describing the features. Obviously, you don't want to show the actor facing the camera and holding the phone because then the user only sees the back of the phone. No, that's not what we mean. Ideally, you want to show an over-the-shoulder shot. So a friend camera person is filming the actor as they're using the app. Alternatively, an actor can be talking to the screen for about 7 to 10 seconds. Then you switch to a shot where the camera is focused completely on the phone, and then you show the actual app walkthrough, right? And obviously, the actor's dialogue can continue as a voiceover with the walkthrough. This can also be achieved independently by your designers who can work separately from your actors. So for example, have your actors give footage of themselves talking and record footage of an app walkthrough separately. During post-production, you have your designers overlay footage of app walkthroughs on the screen, or you have them add this as a backdrop to the actors. Again, shooting the screen requires some adjustment in terms of brightness and lighting. So check out our previous episode on how to plan a shoot for more guidance on the logistics of planning a shoot. Number 4, how many actors? This is a bit subjective and depends on the structure of the UGC video and also depends on the kind of complexity you want to get into your ad. Oftentimes, having a decent actor with a good camera presence coupled with a great script can easily create a winning video. You don't always need multiple actors. On the other hand, having 2 actors in a UGC video can work very well, especially when you can use their contrasting personas to drive home the point of the ad. Right here are a couple of ways in which you can do that. Number 1, distribute the screen time between actors. Right? So for example, one actor acts out the hook or the pain point, and the other actor will perform the process, the solution, the walkthrough, and the payoffs. Right? So that's a contrast that you can do. Sometimes you can have the same actor perform both roles. Again, this generally has a humorous effect, especially if the dialogue goes back and forth between the 2 roles. Again, this is obviously very TikTok inspired, but it does require some amount of acting and intelligent editing to pull off correctly. The other consideration is to balance your actors' energy, right? So if you have multiple actors, ensure that they complement each other well, even if they're never in the same frame. For instance, you don't want a calm, composed actor following a high energy, aggressive actor, even if both those actors are great in their own right. The other advantage of having two actors is that you can send your script to both, have them act out both parts or the entirety of the script, and you can immediately create two different video variants. When variant A would be actor A performing first part, actor B performing the second part. Second video would be actor A performing the second part, actor B performing the first part. So you can mix and match in that way, and basically you can get more footage to test. Number 5, quick cuts. This is a trend that works very well for UGC videos that are intended to be humorous or energetic. This is as simple as cutting every line of dialogue into multiple clips and stitching them together in post-production. Most importantly, the cuts must seem abrupt and obvious, but obviously don't cut the actor off while they're still talking. Right? So even if an actor sends in the footage as a single clip in a single take, you can try and cut out their lines of dialogue into different clips. Zoom in on one, tilt another, keep another as it is, mix and match until they all look like they're from different takes. Another easy way is to ask actors to send in multiple takes of their dialogues. Often you'll find that their delivery of a particular line is great in one take, but the next line isn't as good as it is in a different take. This automatically leads to stitching different shots together, leading to multiple cuts. Number 6, use the right user motivation. You can get the sequences right, you can get the vibe right, but underlying all of that is the key user motivation that needs to be focused on. And that is really why a user who watches the ad will be compelled to click through, install, and purchase. This is going to take some amount of research and testing to get right, but really this needs to happen well before you get to the content, get to the sequence. So for instance, if you're advertising a meditation app, you want to figure out if you want to focus on de-stress your brain, sleep better, or perform better at work, right? All those three are very, very different user motivations that lead to very different kinds of users. If you're picking a motivation that's not very powerful, no matter how funny and humorous your ad, no matter how perfect your sequencing is, it's just not going to work very well. Once you nail down the right motivation, you can use it in different forms while making your script. You can test different sequences, formats, different actors while preserving the core motivation. Number 7, remember the CTA, but don't be pushy. It's very critical to have some form of call to action because at the end of the day, you're creating an ad. It can be of multiple types. For instance, it can be a line of dialogue. I'll put a link in the description below. It can be a text overlay while the actor is speaking towards the end of the video. It could be a regular CTA button or App Store buttons in the end card. But remember, this is supposed to be a video created by a user. So it's important to ensure that the CTA isn't pushy. For instance, avoid slapping on a CTA text overlay that persists throughout the video, or an actor speaking in a way that comes across as pushy, salesy, or disingenuous. Number 8, background music. Background music is essential for UGC ads, especially on platforms like TikTok. Definitely helps to have some form of a music track running unobtrusively underneath the dialogue, especially if you have a few seconds here or there when there's no dialogue, in which case, the music can help mask the space between actions or dialogue. There are a couple of kinds of music that you can use. One would be royalty-free music available for commercial use, which is available on platforms like TikTok, using their commercial music library, and Instagram, which could be stories and music sticker. Stock music, you can get stock music easily from multiple platforms like Envato or Epidemic Sound. But remember, they do tend to be easily identifiable as stock music. Keep the volume low, don't let it overshadow the dialogue. Number 3 would be copyrighted songs by artists. Platforms like TikTok and Instagram stories are filled with videos that have easily recognizable tracks by musicians and artists. You'll be mostly all right if you source them from the platform's library of music intended for commercial purposes. But if you want to use anything outside of those, be sure to obtain the necessary copyrights and permissions. Again, that can be a little bit of a bother, so choose that path wisely. Number 9, end card or not. Should there be an end card for your UGC video that has the app's logo, CTA button, App Store buttons, and so on and so forth? What you think about it? Well, this is supposed to be created by a user, so ideally there shouldn't be one. But again, this is a commercial. We do need to sell. And our experience has been that using an end card is effective. In fact, if the structure is sound, the script is catchy, the sequence is on point, the end card absolutely leads to higher performance. Number 10, finally, end with a high, right? You know how a lot of game ads end with a failed state. And that might be great for comic relief in game ads, but when you're making UGC ads, you always notice that the strongest creators end on a high note. This could be an actor achieving their desired outcome, experiencing an emotional high point. Some folks we know describe this as a win state or I did it experience. For a fintech app, it could be I made so much money. For a meditation app, this could be I can finally sleep better. Since this typically follows an app walkthrough, this can be very effective in showcasing how using the app led to the win state or the high. And obviously that can prompt an install and engagement and purchase. These were some of our learnings as we've created thousands of UGCs at RocketShip HQ. Following these will certainly make your UGCs much more effective, but don't forget the golden rule of making UGC ads. Keep testing. So in summary, here's the full checklist. 1, determine the right sequence. 2, use visual cues. 3, show the process with app walkthroughs. 4, decide the number of actors. 5, incorporate quick cuts. 6, use the right motivator. 7, use a CTA, but don't be pushy. 8, find the right background track. 9, use an end card. Finally, end with a high. If you've found any pointers in your own experience that you would like to share, or if you'd like to engage our team to make UGC videos for our app, send us a note at hi@rocketshiphq.com, or head over to rocketshiphq.com, drop us a note in any of the forms over there. All right, thank you so much.
For more tips, pointers, and strategies from the leading edge of mobile user acquisition, subscribe to our YouTube channel right here, or check out our blog, rocketshiphq.com/blog.